be here for our figurine giveaway. Come to the game and get a figurine of your favorite mascot.
Dub Nation, there are still seats available for upcoming games. Please go to the nearest ticket booth to get yours today. A reminder, fans, we hope you'll come and join us for trading card day. The first 10,000 fans to the arena will receive the trading card pack.
Bring the kids, they'll get a free Warriors backpack.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. And checking out some numbers for him.
And when it comes to his scoring, he's enjoying a fantastic run. He's brought his points per game average up thanks to the work he's done in the past 10. And maybe he's got another big one in store tonight.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. In at the forwards, Ingram and Barnes. Dick is out there with Cartwright. And it's Pirtle in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Warriors, Butler is the 4, and Green operates as the small ball center. Reed is out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Moody in at the small forward. You know, when you break down these teams, Greg, they are excellent on the defensive end.
Yeah, so let's give credit to their coaches. They prepare their teams well, motivating their guys to give that consistent effort.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Curry against Dick. Pass to Cartwright. Over Butler. Raptors get it back. Out to the right wing. Cartwright gets the bucket.
I love watching a big man make that pass right there. Pirtle sending it back outside where he's got a three-point shooter ready to fire.
Now here's Reed. Lets it go with the 3. Hits it from three-point range.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Pirtle gets to Ingram. It's rebounded by Golden State. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, in that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, they didn't play down to the level of their opponent. That's not an easy thing to pull off, but they certainly were focused in this game.
Pirtle up and in on the layup.
Well, sometimes Pirtle goes over you, and sometimes he goes right through you.
Golden State's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. What do you think that was going to go in? 9 points for T.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And now they are just going to keep riding that momentum with the hot hand.
Cartwright gets the bucket. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Here's Reed. And the Warriors, another 3.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowed.
Here's Cartwright. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Butler pass to Reed. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Cans it from downtown. Reed's got 15.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid, coming at them time and time again.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
Tim, some forget, prior to the success of Stephen Curry, the Warriors were not considered a top-tier franchise.
Well, before he arrived in 2009, this was one of the lowest all-time winning percentages, but they have built a dynasty, and they are now considered one of the most valuable franchises in all of sports. And this is where Pirtle has great value to his team. Offensive rebounding, just hanging around the glass.
Outside, Reed. And the Warriors, another three.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D shell shot.
Stolen by Reed. Fires the three. And the Warriors, another three.
How about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Head coach Steve Kerr and I got a chance to talk for a bit. I asked him about Brandon Ingram and the challenges that he presents, and he said to me he is a tremendous scorer with impressive range. Not only that, he's extremely clever at creating scoring opportunities for himself. We got to crowd his space whenever we can. We'll see how aggressive the defense is against him tonight. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks. And here's Ingram after the three-pointer from Reed. Now Ingram. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Wizards in Washington. Fast break, here they come. Here's Reed. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
And when you got someone putting on a show like this, I mean, in the first quarter, you have got to be kidding.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust.
Averaging 3 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. And to be honest, not quite the numbers you've come to expect from a player of his caliber.
Well, even the best players go through a little bit of a slump. We've seen how good he can be, so I have full confidence he's going to turn this around.
Now here's Barnes. He's coming off a 22-point game against Washington.
And don't forget about his work on the boards. He was doing the dirty work as well.
Now Reed. Following the three-point attempt by Scotty Barnes.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Cartwright. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Cartwright's got 7 points in the game.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Reed against Cartwright. There's the three. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Raptors trail by 21. Stolen by Reed. Jacks up a three. A three-pointer is right on target. Reed's got 35. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
They're really bucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
And then there's the points off turnovers. They've really made the other team pay when they've lacked ball security.
Shot clock at 3, and here's Barnes for 3, and the rebound goes to the Warriors. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad.
In their meetings last year, they split the season series. It happens a fair amount between teams from the East and West.
And when you don't play that often, it can be hard to read an opponent. Sometimes that's the great equalizer.
And Toronto has possession following the three from Reed. Pirtle, the pass to Carter. And the Raptors miss again.
Well, he was hoping to respond with a three of his own. He just couldn't get it to go.
It's good from long range.
They built up this lead 3 points at a time.
Yeah, when you string triples together, it adds up quickly.
And the Raptors call time here. list of players who have been absolutely lighting it up. These are the NBA scoring leaders over the last 10 games. Well, you look at Reed, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
Quite a role he's been on. I mean, a pure scoring display. Eventually, teams might find an answer for him, but that's not been the case here lately.
Now here's Barnes. Nothing on the board. And a player, Tim, who stuffs the stat sheet, Scotty Barnes.
Yeah, Kevin, he just has a great all-around game. But the thing I like the most, he's very unselfish. He will pass up a shot if a teammate has a better one.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Pass to Ingram. Back to Barnes. To stop the run. Going inside. Up and in. It's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
And when you watch Scotty Barnes move, you forget he's 6'7" because he's so fluid with the ball.
Now, here's Reed. Playing Dallas, he was nearly unstoppable. And again for 3.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Beyond the arc. Again, what an avalanche!
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Barnes outside. Misses the 3.
He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
Here's Cartwright. Birtle sets the pick for Ingram. And the Raptors miss again.
I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
Outside, Reed. And another 3 for Golden State.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Barnes outside. And here's Ingram from the arc. Birtle controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Here's Reed. And another 3 for Golden State.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And so here's Toronto. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, lots of sloppy play in that one. Several key miscues. They just couldn't overcome the mistakes.
Well, nothing bothers coaches more than turnovers. I'm sure it was not quiet in that post-game locker room. Really tough quarter for him shooting the basketball.
Knocks down the 3-ball.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Well, the score reflects it. They've just been the better team all the way around. And it didn't go that time, but that's a shot he should feel confident in taking.
And another 3 for Golden State.
Well, certainly been a good night for him, and it is showing on the scoreboard.
Pass to Ingram. Looking to end the run. Draymond Green grabs the miss. Green's got his 5th rebound in this one. Reed gets the bucket.
And he's the main reason they have the lead right now. He's been perfect from the field, literally.
Here's Cartwright. He's coming off a 10-point game against Washington.
And he promoted team chemistry. That's how you do it, by moving the ball.
Green with the block.
Oh, wow. He gets that right at the rim. Just perfect timing by Green on that block.
And another one falls. Amazing.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Barnes looking around. Pass to Pirtle. To the inside. Ingram. And slam dunk by Ingram.
Well, you see all of that athleticism right there by Ingram. He can be such a force when he catches it that deep.
Puts up a deep 3. Reed misses. And so it's the Golden State Warriors able to put on a show for the ages. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Right back after this break. So far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Warriors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
When you spread the floor and force defenses to close out to the three-point line, it's going to create driving lanes.
Kuminga out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Brandon Pajemski. Then there's Wagner. And it's here in at the point. That's the Warriors 5.
We often talk about the great physical tools that Kuminga has, and now he's adding that to his game.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Now, here's Clarkson. The 10-footer. And it's Pajemski in the corner. Shoots over Walter. A shot by Pajemski, no good.
And you see the frustration on his face. He had a great opportunity there, and he blew it.
Such a wide open look.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
So here we are, Greg, looking at this roster of the Raptors. What is the path to contention?
Well, perhaps an opening in the East for them to make a move. Going from good to great, it's tougher. It will require them to develop or acquire some superstar talent.
Now, here's Barrett. Jordan Clarkson missing his last shot. Here's Mobo. Rebound collected by Clarkson. And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for the Warriors. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. Wagner, a screen on Barrett. And again, no good by Golden State. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. There's the screen. Pass to Murray Boyle. Nice defense from Kuminga.
Well, the defense was solid, but usually I expect him to make that layup.
Wagner with a screen for Clarkson. Wagner on the wing. Nailed from three-point land. Wagner's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Pass to Murray Boyle. Raptors need to get a shot. And it's Wagner with the rebound.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Wagner, a screen on Barrett to the paint. And finished off by Wagner.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
Barrett with a screen on Kuminga. To the middle. Pass to Walter. Raptors moving the ball around. Here's Murray Boyle. Shoots over Kuminga. Nice defense from Kuminga. The Warriors have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Hey, R.J. Barrett, the son of a pro hoops player. He said, quote, as a youngster, my dad programmed me to be aggressive. He always told me, go to the rim, live in the paint. When you do that, you not only score, but you force the whole defense to collapse, and you can make easy plays to hit shooters. Back to you.
Playing with purpose. Allie, as always, we appreciate your reporting. And here's Barrett. Still scoreless. Here's Murray Boyle. Pass to Mobo. Carries it from three-point range.
Yeah, defensively, you just have to be better than that. You know he's a very good three-point shooter.
Pajemski finds Wagner. Clarkson taking his time here. But Trey, it's hauled in by the Raptors.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Murray Boyle. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now, here's Clarkson. Pass to Wagner. Pajemski on the wing. And he's good on the three ball.
That's a good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they're making something very difficult look simple right now.
Kept alive. Here's Murray Boyle. And the three off target.
Well, he is fighting through it right now, still looking to get his first make of the quarter, but it's been an ugly start.
Back to Clarkson. Wagner with a screen for Clarkson. And a miss there on the triple. Toronto's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Pass to Murray Boyle. Shoots over Clarkson. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
Tim, at one point, your dream was to play professional baseball. Why did you switch?
Kevin, it really came down to this. Hit a growth spurt when I was 14 years old, and I decided to go try this basketball thing that first year in high school. As it turns out, what I fell in love with, I didn't need anybody else to get better. I had an insatiable work ethic. It lent itself to hours and hours on the basketball court by myself.
That is such an interesting perspective. Now, here's Clarkson after R.J. Barrett's miss. Kuminga down low. Barrett covering. Kuminga, no good. Pass to Walter. Here's Murray Boyle. He's covered by Clarkson. Fades. Murray Boyles with the bucket. Murray Boyles has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Looking for a little extra style points right there with the fadeaway.
Now Pajemski. Here's Sears. No good on the triple. Barrett with the ball. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Washington. Here's Mobo. A three-pointer off the mark. And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. Here's Sears. Still without a basket. Lob pass to Wagner. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, though, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect. Pass to Murray Boyle. Now Barrett. There's the triple. Drills it from outside.
And Barrett did a nice job that time surveying the defense, saw his options, and he ended up taking it himself.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Kuminga, no good. The Raptors shooting 35% so far in the second. They need to move the ball around more and find better looks. Warriors shooting 31% in the second. Some poor shot selection for them in this quarter. Some nice passing by Golden State here. And that one's drained from the low block. Kuminga's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, you better bring more than that if you want to try to knock Kuminga off balance. He just plows his way right through that contact.
Eklund. And it's Wagner with the rebound. Wagner's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Clarkson. Got a piece of it.
Well, making blocks isn't a big part of his game, but that's a big play right there, and you have to applaud the defensive focus of R.J. Barrett.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Pass to Kuminga. It's rebounded by Barris.
Yeah, they're winning despite his offensive performance. He just hasn't been sharp from the field.
They set the pick. Plenty of space. And he nails the jumper. Walter's got his first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Now here's Kaminga. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game.
And after not scoring in the first, he's finally starting to get into a groove.
Warriors ahead, just dominating this one. Live from Chase Center, you're watching 2K Sports.
Greetings. First off, some updates for you as we take a look at our all-star voting totals.
You can almost taste All-Star Weekend, the celebrations on and off the court. Shaq, you know all about that. Let me hear some memories.
It's like Vegas. What you do there stays there.
Changing focus now to that first half. A brutal game so far for the Toronto Raptors.
Where's the perimeter D? I see no sense of urgency, and those boys are getting scorched.
Big fella, you might be able to guard the perimeter better right now.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's take a step back.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. We're seeing tremendous gameplay from D.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
And what more can you ask of him? That is helping out your team.
Okay, time for an injury report.
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Raptors let me know the status. He said it looks like the result of that last play was a broken toe. It is a major loss right in the thick of the season. Other guys will have to step up. Let's see who answers the call.
Good information as always, Allie. We thank you.
Well, he certainly didn't envision his season going like this. But it happens to the best of them, and now it's all about how you respond to it.
So the Raptors 5 right now. The post pairing, Barnes playing alongside Pirtle. Cartwright is out there with Grady Dick, and it's Ingram in at the 3. Here's Dick after the made shot from Reed. Here's Cartwright. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Curry kicks to Reed. Lets it go from deep. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Reed's got 5 points now in the quarter.
What a performance for him on the offensive end. He's been fantastic the entire game.
Dick with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Back to Dick for the 3. The Warriors pull it in. Just over a minute and a half played here in the 3rd. Here's Reed, and the Warriors another 3.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
Now here's Ingram. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Here's Cartwright. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. One of the best defenders of his generation. Tim, do you think Draymond Green will be a surefire Hall of Famer?
Well, he's a former Defensive Player of the Year, and not to mention a key contributor on 4 Warriors championship teams. Kevin, he will be in the Hall of Fame, no question.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And so Green will bring it up for the Warriors. Outside, Reed. And yeah, another basket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hi, guys. Well, D'Lo last time out against the Mavericks just played phenomenal. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and as always, a lot of those points came in bunches of 3. And he was huge for them in that one. Talking to his coaches pregame, they hope he can repeat that performance with another one here tonight. Back to you.
Great stuff as always, Allie. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Well, he really lit it up. Maybe we'll see a repeat performance tonight.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Toronto's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's Reed. Good! Another from 3. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
Toronto, they've gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Pass to Ingram. On the clock to end the drought. The shot misses.
And it just feels like his poor shooting has been contagious to his entire team as they find themselves trailing.
Amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect from the field to start the half.
Reed against Cartwright. Barnes outside. Pass to Dick. Back to Ingram. Girdle sets the pick for Ingram. And again, no good by Toronto.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it work.
Yeah, it's just time to settle everything down. Get high percentage looks and then D up.
And here is Cartwright after the three-pointer from Reed. Girdle sets the pick for Ingram. They get it again. Makes it off the glass.
And I love it when Ingram works for that high percentage look. Such a high basketball IQ.
Here's the 3. He got it again. Sensational. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Pass to Cartwright. On the wing, Barnes. Girdle with a screen on Butler. The 3 from Barnes. And the dunk by Dick.
Oh, good balance from Dick. Able to take the contact and still score inside.
Now Reed. Non-stop scoring machine here. Takes a 3. Toronto grabs the miss. Girdle's got his 6th rebound on the night. Tries from 16. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
And whenever Dick is getting a pass, if he has any chance to get off a clean jumper, you know it's going up.
Now, here's Reed. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
The shots are falling, and he is making it look easy.
Barnes outside. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Girdle sets the pick for Ingram. Over Moody. The kick out to Barnes. A three-pointer, no good. They are enjoying a commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that's not a horrible shot for him to take, but you could still probably find a higher percentage shot. So far, he hasn't done a lot of damage from three. Only had that one in the first half.
Reed gets the bucket.
Just give him the ball. This guy is shooting lights out from deep.
Here's Cartwright. Off the left rim and up.
Well, I think at this point, the whole team is pressing, but he certainly looks frustrated.
Here's Reed. And it's Golden State with another.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
Toronto shooting terrible so far in the second half. Down around 26%. Pass to Cartwright to end the run. It's rebounded by Golden State. Reeves got his fourth rebound in this one. The three. And another three for Golden State.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
Now here's Ingram. 5 to shoot. Barnes outside. And again, Toronto no up.
And at this point, the defense is daring him to shoot.
Here's Reed. And another three for Golden State.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Cartwright, the pass to Ingram. They get it back. A three ball. That shot off.
Well, it's not only been a rough quarter for him, but he's actually had a negative impact on his team's overall performance.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch.
And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Ingram drawing the double team. Barnes passes to Cartwright. Over Butler. Cartwright misses.
Well, that's a shot he should make a majority of the time.
Here's Reed. And another three for Golden State.
And another bucket for him. What a quarter he has had.
Stolen by Reed. Fires for three. And another three for Golden State. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lane. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And they have also done a great job capitalizing on turnovers. Whenever they get a steal, they are off to the races. They're going to try to keep that going.
And he just keeps on going. He's got more points than anybody else out there.
Barnes left side. Bertle sets the pick for Barnes. Clock at 6. And that one, good.
And that's what the scouting report says. Give Barnes the jumper. But that time, he made you pay.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Warriors. Fires from deep. And another three for Golden State.
That's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Toronto shooting just 29% in this game. They are not a pretty sight out there offensively. Cartwright up top, guarded by Reed. Cartwright misses.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And with each miss, you can feel him pressing just a little bit more.
And Toronto has possession. Bertle with a screen on Reed. Cartwright misses. From past the arc, and he was able to put it up in time, but it doesn't fall. And so it's the Golden State Warriors holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. We'll get you back to the action after this break. let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, I like the fact he didn't telegraph it. That's poetry in motion right there.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Mo Wagner out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Brandon Pajemski. And it's Reed in at the 1. Connects again. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Here's Walters. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Outside, Reed. Connects again from distance.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. And there's another turnover by the Raptors. Here's Pajemski. Outside, Reed. It's up a 3, and the 3-ball is good. Reed's got 12 points now in the quarter.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
Pass to Murray Boyle. And here's Bill. Ingram wide open. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Outside, Reed. And the Warriors, another 3.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
It's a great game plan, and it's great execution. They've really been in the zone.
Now here's Ingram. Pass to Murray Boyle. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
Tracks in the train.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And all of that success from the three-point line will open up driving lanes. Let's see if they can take advantage of that as well.
Now, here's Reed. Brandon Ingram missing his last shot.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, they've gotten the matchup they want every time up the floor, and they have taken advantage of that.
Here's Walter. Pass to Murray Boyle. That 3 off the mark. Warriors have gone 7 of 7 from the field to start the final quarter. What an amazing start. Here's Reed. And another 3 for Golden State. Now, you often hear that the skill level in the league has never been higher, Greg, and some say this is the peak of the game. What do you think?
And I'll tell you this, Kevin, I'm not complaining. If the league can improve upon this, the sky is really the limit.
And again, no good by Toronto. Warriors have gotten all 8 of their shots in the fourth quarter to drop. Truly remarkable. Fires the 3, and again for 3. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
Pass to Mobo. Now here's Ingram. And he uses the glass on the lane.
Yeah, Ingram that time managing to play big inside. He used his length to his advantage.
Outside, Reed. Another bucket. Wow.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. For 3. And the Warriors, another 3.
That's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, with each bucket, he denies any thought of a comeback.
And Ingram has got the ball here for Toronto. Pass to Walter. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. From deep. Warriors with the rebound. Wagner's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Here's Reed. Good. That's another bucket. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Here's Walter. Drills the three-pointer.
But what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
Takes the three. It's in from long range. One more from Reed.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
One more miscommunication at the defensive end. Just brutal. It can't happen.
Now here's Ingram. Yep, that one goes in there. Ingram's got 4 points this quarter.
That is strong. Ingram taking it right to the defense.
Here's Reed. And another three for Golden State.
Just a humongous fourth quarter for him, especially from long range. Just in a groove now. The next play has been deadly.
Reed Jackson Davis is checked in for Wagner. Here's Ingram. Second chance shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Pirtle just keeps battling you inside. He is no stranger to physicality in there.
Jakob Pirtle taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. And timid old school big man Jakob Pirtle still more than valuable in today's game.
Well, there certainly remains a place in this league for centers who defend the rim, rebound, and set screens. He might not be flashy, but he's a winning player.
And just the way pilots use VR to train, now NBA officials can do the same.
Yeah, it's all about reps, right? Getting them with the headset in a lower stress setting helps prepare them to make the right call when the lights are brightest. And certainly, they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Cartwright the pass to Barnes. Inside, Pirtle trying to get open. Pass to Dick. The three. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Here's Reed. And another three for Golden State.
Nice job by Clarkson moving the ball there. His coaches would like to see a little more of that.
Now here's Pirtle. Here's Cartwright. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Well, he led his teammate and hit him in stride. You really can't do it any better than that.
From outside the arc, Reed misses. Toronto, they've gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. From downtown, good, another from three. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
And here's Ingram from the arc, and the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Boy, you can see his struggles from the field, and I think it's really starting to get to him.
Reed gets the bucket.
And since the break, he's just been money from beyond. When he's this hot, the green light just doesn't seem to get any greener.
Now here's Ingram. Looking to get it going. Count it. Ingram's got 6 in the quarter.
He is coming alive here in the second half. That's a nice shot there, and now he is rolling.
Now here's Reed, and that's going to be a turnover. They call for 8 seconds. Tim, the NBA is always changing, but any predictions for the league that you kind of feel we're going to see around the corner?
Yeah, Kevin, I just think the influx and the impact of international players is going to be even stronger going forward. I think a lot of guys have seen the success that those players have had in the NBA, and hopefully it inspires even more great players internationally to want to play this great game.
And for a short time, you played overseas. You saw a lot of them firsthand.
I sure did, and I was in France well before the French influx really hit this league, but I knew then that was the goal.
And so here's Toronto. Cartwright the pass to Barnes. Ingram outside. From the arc. Doesn't go for him.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
And here's Reed. Launches a three, and another three for Golden State.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's just good coaching. They have made the better adjustments.
Now Dick, after Brandon Ingram missing on that last three-pointer. And here's Barnes for three. The rebound by Hield. This could get even more out of him if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Well, he's having a big scoring night, but he's doing it extremely efficiently. This is impressive.
Pass to Cartwright. Can they get it? And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, one thing that doesn't show up in the box score, and maybe should, screen assists. They're a big part of the game.
Without question. I mean, the art of setting a great screen, I think, is underappreciated. Giving those guys their just due with the screen assist on a made bucket, I'm fine with that.
Man, he has been great in this quarter, really involved. I love how they're using him.
Ingram outside. Down low. It's deflected. And so the ball's out of bounds. Reed touched it last. The Raptors shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Ingram passes to Cartwright. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Ingram's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Warriors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And the effort here tonight, adding to the W column for the season, will go down as their 48th win.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Team.
Well, he was all over the place out there, creating turnovers. Quick hands, quick feet, nothing was getting past him.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up.
Personal foul, 3rd team foul. Shooting for Toronto. Cartwright at the line for 2.
Shoot 2.
First free throw is good. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
Well, that's the problem, playing catch-up at the end. Every point matters, but at least it wasn't an empty trip.
His 3-pointer's off the mark. And Toronto has possession. Oh, and here comes Barnes all alone.
Well, that's a nice fast break finish from Scotty Barnes, showing you the ground he can cover in the open floor.
And Reed throws it down.
Whoa, the solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. See you later.